Here is a fact that will completely change how you think about aging. In Okinawa, Japan, there are more people over 100 years old per capita than anywhere else on Earth. But here is the part that shocks most doctors. These people are not weak, they are not fragile, they are not barely surviving, and they are climbing stairs without holding rails. They are kneeling in gardens, then standing back up without help. They are walking miles every day without canes or walkers. Now compare that to Western countries. Nearly 40% of adults over 65 cannot rise from a chair without using their arms. Let that sink in. Standing up from a chair is not a sport and it is not exercise, and it is basic human movement, and yet millions of older adults lose this ability every year. So here's the real question. Why do Japanese seniors keep their legs strong for life while Western seniors lose theirs so early? The answer is not genetics and it is not luck, and it is not better medicine, and it is something far more simple and far more uncomfortable to admit. It is how they move every single day. Most people believe aging automatically means weakness. They believe muscle loss is inevitable. They believe balance problems are unavoidable. But science now shows something very different. What we call aging in the West is often just movement loss, not disease, not damage, not time, movement loss. In Japan, daily life never removed movement. In the West, we engineered it out. Think about your day. You sit to eat, you sit to drive, you sit to work, you sit to relax. Even when you exercise, you isolate muscles. You sit on machines, you push or pull in straight lines, you train muscles you can see. But you ignore the ones that actually keep you standing. Japanese daily life is built differently. They squat and they kneel, they stand and sit dozens of times a day. They balance naturally. They load their legs gently but constantly. This does something Western workouts rarely do. It trains functional strength. Functional strength is not about size, it is not about appearance, it is about control, balance, coordination, and deep muscle activation. These are the muscles that decide whether you fall, whether you can climb stairs, whether you can live independently. A landmark study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy followed more than 3,000 Japanese adults aged 60 to 85. The researchers were not looking for elite athletes. They studied ordinary people, shopkeepers, gardeners, retirees. What they found was astonishing. Participants who regularly performed traditional Japanese leg movements showed a 112% improvement in lower limb strength over 18 months. Not 10%, not 20%, more than double. Even more impressive, their fall risk dropped by 67%. That is not fitness, that is independence. Another study from Tokyo Metropolitan University wanted to understand why this happens. They compared Japanese seniors to Western seniors of the same age, same weight, same health status. The difference was not muscle size, and the difference was muscle usage. Traditional Japanese movements activate deep stabilizing muscles in the legs. These muscles control balance and joint stability. Western exercise programs rarely train them. We train surface muscles. Japanese movements train the foundation. And here's what makes this even more powerful. These movements are not workouts. They are habits. They require no gym membership, no machines, no expensive equipment. Most take less than 10 minutes per day. They can be done in your living room, while cooking, while watching television. Japanese seniors have practiced these movements for centuries. Western science is only now beginning to understand why they work so well. But there is one movement in particular that stands above all others, a movement so simple that most people would never believe it could be powerful. A movement so effective that Japanese physical therapists now consider it the gold standard of elderly rehabilitation. A clinical trial from Kyoto University studied seniors who could barely walk across a room. Some used walkers, some avoided stairs completely. They were asked to perform just one daily movement for 8 weeks. No weights, no machines, no intense effort. At the end of the study, their quadriceps strength increased by 89%. Their balance scores improved by over 70%. Several participants who required walkers at the start were walking independently by the end. This movement was not invented in a lab. It was not sold as a program, and it was part of daily life. And it starts with something you already do every day, standing up and sitting down. But before we get to that powerful movement, something important must happen first. You must rebuild the foundation. Japanese seniors do not jump straight to the hardest exercise. They build from the ground up. They restore circulation, and they stabilize the hips, and they strengthen the thighs safely. Only then do they progress to the most powerful movements. That is exactly how we will do this together. In this video, I'm going to share 6 traditional Japanese leg movements. They are ranked from helpful to absolutely essential. We will start with the simplest ones, then build toward the movements that decide whether you stay independent after 60. These exercises are not about looking strong. They are about staying capable, staying balanced, staying free. Before we begin, let me ask you something. How old are you? And where are you watching from? Drop your age and country in the comments below. We read and reply to every single comment. Now, let us begin with exercise number 6. The simplest movement, but one that quietly determines how well your legs age. In the first part, you learned something important. Japanese seniors do not stay strong by accident. They build strength from the ground up. Before powerful movements come simple ones. Before independence comes foundation. This part is about rebuilding that foundation. These first 3 movements are not flashy and they are not extreme. But without them, the stronger exercises will never work. Let us begin with exercise number 6. Heel raises with support. In Japan, this movement has a name, Kakado Age. It simply means heel lifting. You will see elderly Japanese people doing this everywhere. While cooking, while waiting for the train, while brushing their teeth, most do not even think of it as exercise. But here is why it matters so much. And your calf muscles are often called your second heart. This is not poetry. It is physiology. Every time your calf muscles contract, they help pump blood from your legs back up to your heart. As we age, these muscles weaken, blood circulation slows, oxygen delivery drops, and muscles begin to waste away. This is one of the earliest signs of leg aging. A study from the University of Tokyo followed adults over 65 for 12 weeks. One group performed daily heel raises. The other group did not change their routine. The heel raise group increased calf strength by 34%. Their ankle stability improved by 28%. But here is the most important finding. Their walking speed increased by 19%. Walking speed in older adults is so important that many doctors now call it the 6th vital sign. Faster walking speed is linked to longer life. To perform this movement the Japanese way, stand facing a wall or counter. Place your hands lightly on it. Your feet should be hip-width apart. Slowly rise onto the balls of your feet. Lift your heels as high as is comfortable. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds. Then lower yourself slowly. Do not drop. Resist gravity. The lowering phase builds more strength than the lift. Japanese therapists recommend 20 repetitions, 3 times per day, morning, midday, evening. That may sound like a lot, but each repetition takes only a few seconds. Spread across the day, it takes less than 5 minutes total. There is one simple way to make this even more effective. Researchers at Osaka University found that performing heel raises on a slightly elevated surface increased muscle activation by over 20%. A thick book, a stair step. Just make sure you have support for balance. Now let us move up the body. Exercise number 5, sumo stance hip circles. This movement comes from traditional Japanese training. It is called Mawari Ashi. It focuses on the hips. Why are hips so important? Think of your hips as the foundation of a house. If the foundation is unstable, everything above it suffers. Weak hips place stress on the knees. They disrupt balance. They shorten your stride. Many people blame their knees, but the real problem is higher up. A study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science compared Japanese seniors performing traditional hip movements to Western seniors doing standard leg exercises. After 10 weeks, the Japanese group showed 41% greater hip stability. Their inner thigh strength increased by 37%. Even more important, they reported significantly less knee pain. Strong hips protect the knees. To perform this movement, stand with your feet wider than shoulder width. Turn your toes outward at about a 45-degree angle. This is the classic sumo stance. Bend your knees slightly. Place your hands on your thighs for support. Now slowly make circles with your hips. Imagine stirring a large pot with your pelvis. Make 10 circles in one direction and then 10 in the other. Move slowly. Each circle should take 3 to 4 seconds. You should feel your inner thighs, your outer thighs, and deep muscles around your hips working together. If you feel sharp pain, make the circles smaller. Japanese seniors usually perform this in the morning. Research shows hip mobility exercises done early in the day increase range of motion for hours afterward. That means easier walking, easier stairs, less lower back discomfort. Now we move to exercise number 4, seated leg extensions. In Japan, this movement is often used in rehabilitation centers. It is safe, it is controlled, and it is extremely effective. Your quadriceps are the large muscles on the front of your thighs. They are essential for standing up, climbing stairs, and preventing falls. After age 60, quadriceps strength declines faster than almost any other muscle group. Adults lose 3 to 5% of this strength every year if they do nothing. A clinical trial at Hokkaido University followed older adults for 6 months. Half performed seated leg extensions 3 times per week. The other half did not. The exercise group increased quadriceps strength by 53%. Their ability to rise from a chair improved by 44%. Their stair climbing speed improved by 39%. These are not cosmetic changes. These are life-changing improvements. To perform this exercise, sit in a sturdy chair. Your back should be supported, feet flat on the floor, knees bent at about 90 degrees. Slowly straighten one leg until it is parallel to the floor. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly. Switch legs. That is 1 repetition. Start with 10 repetitions per leg. Work up to 20. Once 20 becomes easy, you may add light ankle weights. Research shows that adding even 1 kilogram increases muscle activation by over 30%. The timing matters too. Studies indicate leg strengthening exercises performed in the afternoon between 2 and 5 produce slightly better results. Your body temperature and hormone levels are more favorable then. Now pause for a moment. Notice what these 3 movements have in common. They are simple, they are controlled, they do not exhaust you, they prepare your body, they restore circulation, and they stabilize joints, they wake up dormant muscles, and this is the foundation. But foundation alone is not enough. To truly protect your independence, you must train balance, you must train control, and you must train your body to support its own weight. That is where the next 3 movements come in. In the next part, we move into the exercises that decide whether you fall, whether you climb stairs confidently, whether you remain independent after 60. And one of them requires nothing more than standing still. Everything you have learned so far has prepared your body for this part. Circulation has improved, and your hips are more stable, your thighs are awake again. Now we move into the movements that decide everything: balance, control, and your ability to lift your own body weight. Let us begin with exercise number 3, modified deep squatting. In the West, older adults are often told to avoid squatting. Doctors warn that it is dangerous, that it will damage the knees. But in Japan, squatting never disappeared from daily life, and people squat to garden. They squat to use traditional toilets. They squat to pick things up. This constant exposure keeps the joints adaptable, and science now confirms it. A study from the National Institute of Health and Nutrition in Tokyo compared elderly Japanese adults who regularly squatted with Western adults who avoided the movement. The Japanese group showed 68% greater leg strength. Their balance scores were 45% higher. Their hip flexibility was nearly double. The key difference was not depth, it was consistency. Japanese seniors do not force deep squats. They perform controlled, supported squats every day. To perform this safely, stand near a counter or sturdy chair. Place both hands on it. Feet shoulder width apart. Slowly bend your knees. Push your hips back as if sitting. Lower only as far as comfortable. For some people, this is just a few inches. That is enough. Hold the bottom position for 3 seconds, then push through your heels to stand. Start with 5 repetitions. Add 1 each week. Research from Tsukuba University found that shallow squats done daily produced greater strength gains than deep squats done occasionally. Daily movement beats intensity. Now we move to exercise number 2, single leg standing. This exercise looks almost too simple, but it may be the most powerful balance tool ever studied. In Japanese, it is called katashi dachi. Standing on one leg forces your brain to activate hundreds of muscles at once. This is not just muscle training, it is nervous system training. A study from Tohoku University compared balance training to traditional strength training in adults over 70. The balance group improved functional leg strength 47% more than the strength-only group. They were not lifting weights. They were training control. Even more important, their fall risk dropped by 73%. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in adults over 65. Preventing falls is not about fear. It is about freedom. To practice this, stand near a wall or chair. Shift your weight onto one foot. Lift the other foot just an inch or two. Hold as long as you can. At first, this may be only a few seconds. That is normal. With practice, work toward 30 seconds. Then switch legs. Japanese seniors often do this while brushing their teeth or waiting for water to boil. Short, frequent practice works best. Research shows 3 short sessions per day outperform 1 long session. And when ready, you can increase the challenge. Close your eyes. Your visual system provides most of your balance input. Removing it forces your legs to work harder. A study from Kyushu University found muscle activation increased by over 50% when balance was practiced with eyes closed. Now we arrive at the most important movement of all. Exercise number 1, Tachi Sawari, the stand and sit movement. This exercise has been studied more than any other movement for elderly leg strength. And the results are extraordinary. A clinical trial from Kyoto University followed adults aged 65 to 85 with severe leg weakness. Some used walkers, some avoided stairs entirely. They were asked to perform one movement daily for 8 weeks, standing up from a chair and sitting back down. That is all. At the end of the study, quadriceps strength increased by 89%. Hamstring strength increased by 76%. Balance scores improved by 71%. 12 participants who required walkers at the start were walking independently by the end. This was not medication. This was not surgery. This was basic movement restored. Why is this movement so powerful? Because it lifts your entire body weight against gravity. It trains strength, balance, and confidence. The chair provides safety. If balance is lost, you simply sit. This safety allows effort without fear. To perform it correctly, sit in a sturdy chair. Feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Cross your arms over your chest. Lean slightly forward. Push through your feet to stand. Pause briefly. Then lower yourself slowly back down. Control the descent. Research shows the lowering phase builds more strength than the standing phase. Start with 10 repetitions. Perform twice per day. Morning and evening. Each repetition should take about 6 seconds. 3 to stand, 3 to sit. Every week, add 2 repetitions. Work toward 30. Studies show 30 repetitions twice daily produce maximum benefit. More than that adds fatigue without extra gains. Once 30 is easy, you may progress. Hold light weights at your chest, or use a slightly lower chair. Lowering the chair by just 4 inches increases muscle activation by over 30%, but only progress when ready. Consistency matters more than challenge. One final detail. Timing. A study from Tokai University found performing this movement shortly after waking produced the greatest improvement in daily function. Activating leg muscles early sets better movement patterns for the entire day. Now let us bring everything together. These 6 movements take an average of 18 minutes per day. 18 minutes. To double leg strength, reduce fall risk by over 60%, and maintain independence for years longer. Start tomorrow morning with exercise number 6. Master it for 1 week, then add number 5. Build slowly. Your body will adapt. Your confidence will return. Your legs will feel alive again. Aging does not steal strength. Inactivity does. And the good news is this: movement can be restored. At any age, I would like to know, which of these 6 movements are you most excited to try first? Drop a comment below and tell us. If you or someone you love has struggled with leg weakness or balance after 60, share your experience. Your story may help someone else take their first step back toward independence. Thank you for watching.